You are listening to Breakfast with Tiffany with your host, Tyffanie Morgan.
That's me, sweeties. Well, hello there, my little sweeties, my little love muffins from all around the big blue world. This is your hostess, Miss Tiffany Morgan, calling to you live from Kingston, Ontario, Canada, the home of limestone and the home to me, Miss Tiffany Morgan, as I'm listening to some helicopter fly over my freaking head here. Good morning, Jazz. Good morning. Can you hear me? Oh, my word. This is just annoying. Let's try turning that up there. No, that doesn't seem to do anything. Oh, well. I'm trying a different setup again. What can I say? Let's try that again. There we go. No, that's just not working. Oh, well. Here's hoping you can hear me. But hello. So welcome again to another... Why is it week after week after week after week? I'm like, can you hear me? Can you hear me? I can't hear myself. What's going on? I don't understand. Technology fails me. But I enjoy doing this anyway. This is, it's something to do on a Wednesday, You just sit back, relax, listen to, some crazy drag queen talk about things that are happening around town. Yeah, exactly. My scheduled post has just posted there. Where are we? What's going on? So I had a fabulous time on the weekend. If you watched Backyard Sessions, quote unquote Backyard Sessions, I had a great time. I did a live streaming one-woman show from my living room. It was intended to be in my backyard. And I invited a few very close friends to come over for barbecue, the BBQ. Barbecue. That was, so barbecue, do the show. Because, doing drag shows, it's all about the audience participation, too. Paul, just plug that in there, why don't you? Restaurants open indoors this Friday, stage 3. Anyway, yeah, we could do that. So I did it at my house. So the idea was it was going to be in the backyard. We had a little barbecue for 3 of my close friends, but it ended up being in the living room with 3 of my close friends, and it's just great to be able to perform to a live audience, like the people actually being there. So that's kind of part of, drag. Part of drag is reacting to the audience, right? Like seeing their expressions and seeing how they are, kind of taking in what you are sending out. Are they taking it in? You sending it out? Back and forth. It's like a dialogue. So it was great to do it in front of even just 3 people. Performing in front of them, and if you do watch some of the show after the fact, because of course it doesn't get published, although some of the audio was muted for obvious reasons, for entertainment purposes only. Expressions of shock and disgust. Exactly, Ian. Aren't you supposed to be doing some sort of Zoom workout session or something like that? Isn't that Isn't that right now there, Mr. Ian? But yeah, shocks of disgust. Well, there was definitely a visual display on someone's face of resting bitch face slash boredom. I won't mention who it was, but as soon as I saw it, I was like, all right, well, I guess. Oops, sorry. All right, I guess we need to change songs up right now. We need to change it up. No more slow songs. We'll do some fast dancing sort of stuff. So there we go. Oh, it got moved to 8, so you can listen to the programs. There we go. Thank you. So, like Paul mentioned, so Stage 3, Kingston, Ontario, is now getting to what we call Stage 3. So they are allowing for limited indoor restaurant occupation. So you could register. Sorry, not register. You can. What's the word I'm looking for here? You can request to come to a restaurant and eat indoors. With obviously there's going to be lots of social distancing involved with that, and you have to wear masks to get in there. But when you're eating, no mask. Blah blah blah. There's a lot of rules around that, and I'll leave that up to the bar and restaurant owners to figure that one out, because I'm not too sure how that all will work. But looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. I think that made me, and also part of Stage 3 is you're allowed to hire a dancer, and I think you're allowed to hire a singer. So there's no reasons why not to have drag shows. But I'm sure, so I'm a little bit pessimistic with Kingston, Ontario, because the Kingston Frontenac Lennox and Addington Public Health, so they said basically in Stage 2 they said no drag shows, but other jurisdictions were totally cool with it. Speaking of which, another jurisdiction being Brockville. So there's a whole bunch of queens that I know who are doing an outdoor live show in Brockville tomorrow, and they're sold out. They're totally sold out. Social distance. So let's talk about. So what time is it? Okay, we're just gonna go straight into events now, I think. Music in there. All right. Wow. The monitor's broken. But yeah, so if we're going to outin.ca, your source for events going in and around Kingston. So yeah, let's sorry, let me go back to the front page there. So Radio Pandemic is on there. That's CFRC. That's today. You're listening to Breakfast with Tyffanie live broadcast. There's also, you can go up to Tweed, to the Riverside Campground for a gay men's campground. Beers for Queers is this Saturday. I believe they're taking reservations after 9 p.m. at Monty's. Paul's Patio's open for the public house. And I'm sure you're probably going to be taking reservations at some point then, too. And what I kind of skipped over is tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. is the social distancing patio drag show, which is going on at Moose McGuire's, which is right down by the waterfront, and that's totally sold out. So Ophelia Up is there, and I'm forgetting everyone else's name. But they're there too. They are there too. But I'm so glad. I'm so glad to that they're doing a show in Brockville and it's totally sold out. Like, congratulations, girls. That's really, really great. And what else is going to come up? Well, guess what? It just got announced. It just got published. That's not. No, there we go. Okay, there we go. What's the Maple Tea with Tyffanie Morgan and Rowena Way is going to be tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. live on the social medias. So we're going to be talking about Canada's Drag Race. Hashtag Canada's Drag Race. We're just, Rowena and I are just going to sit down. We're going to chit chat. We're going to, shoot the share the tea and, the maple tea. Oh, dear Lord, this Canada's Drag Race is just so full of terrible, terrible Canadiana shit, I'm telling you. So that's why I've made this poster. That's terribly Canadiana. I need to find a beaver that's in pride colors. If anyone finds one, we'll throw it in here. But yeah, no, it's I know, Francesca was like, what? Yes, yeah, no, we're having some fun with this. We're having some fun with this. And speaking of which, like Katya and Trixie, probably not. No, let's not compare it to any other programs, because this will be the first time that we're doing it, and who knows, it'll probably completely go to shit or something like that. I don't. We'll have to have some discussion points that I have yet to write up. Maybe we'll talk about we'll probably talk about the previous episode, and yeah, I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to only because two queens getting together and chit chat, and that is entertainment purposes in itself. That is just that's pay top dollar for that. Am I right? And it's all free. It's all free online. So, check out. We'll broadcast it on all the different. We'll broadcast it on we have yet to figure that part out, don't we? Yeah, we'll figure that one out when we figure that one out. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Have I mentioned that? I'm really looking forward to that. But yeah, had a great time on the weekend. But I forgot to write down my discussion topics. What else was there? Did you know? So talking about this weekend, I'm kind of glad that I ended up doing the drag show indoors because it was raining. It was like tropical freaking weather that we've been getting lately. God bless. And I'll show you, and I'll talk about the garden later on. But yeah, I did it indoors. Because there was another local band who was doing something very similar idea. So they were doing a live broadcast, and in their backyard, and they were like a little rock band or something like that. And apparently they had the audio turned quite down, or at least this is how the story goes, right? And they ended up getting a ticket for $250 from the city of Kingston bylaw for breaking the noise bylaw. And I'm kind of glad that it was a bit of a precautionary tale. I miss you too, dear. I miss you too. Oh, we're getting some chats here. Oh. It was a bit of a precautionary tale. It made me look into it, and I realized that, oh, hey, there's no amplified music, and there is no time of day or anything like that. When you read the noise bylaw, if you have amplified music in a residential neighborhood any time of day, it's a no-no. So that would have been my drag show in my backyard. It would have been amplified music because you need to have a speaker to play the music so that you can hear it and then you can lip sync to it. But it doesn't mean that I can't do some sort of filming in my backyard. I just can't do what I would call a drag show in my backyard. But we can still do like I could do this right now if I wanted to in my backyard. I could be sitting there because it's not feeding out to a speaker anywhere. So it is it's a great learning experience about that, because during this whole COVID lockdown sort of thing, some things were relaxed, some things were not relaxed, and I'm glad I'm learning how to keep entertaining. I think that's the soul of any drag queen, is that you are an entertainer. You need to entertain. That you have that part of you. So, we do it, safely and healthily, and mostly not against the law. Mostly not against the law. That's what we hope for. But let's take a little look at the garden then right now. So here's a video that I took, and I think I posted this on Facebook already too. But it's just taking a little pan view of what my the backyard is. Oh, and yeah, look at. So that was after the first day of rain. We have since had like 6 inches of rain or something like that in the last week. It is insane. It is freaking. Oh, there's my bougainvillea. My bougainvillea. Oh, it's doing so well. It's loving it. It's loving the outdoors and the heat. So all my plants just love the heat. And they just love the moisture that we're getting right now. Thank you, because we were in such a drought environment. It was full on drought environment. But now, everything's just gone completely crazy now. So I don't have a photo of it, but my one pumpkin, it decided to go vertical within like days. Oh, here's my dahlia. Sorry, it's sideways, but that's the first dahlia bloom. The first dahlia bloom, and this is my crocosmia from last year. No, 4 years ago. That's actually 4 years ago, crocosmia. But I thought I'd throw that in there. Here's a little photo of some of the colocasia there, and how it's hydrophobic. The water just bounces off the leaves. But where was I going? Yeah, the pumpkin just right up into the shrubs and just gone straight up. I'm like, oh gosh, I don't know what to do with that vine. And it's just funny how it just like sneaks up on you. It just sneaks up and does that on you. But yeah, the garden's doing very well now that it's raining. I haven't had to water anything in like days because it seems like every evening there's at least like an inch of rain. Thank you, tropical depressions. Thank you, tropical depressions. What can I say? What can I say? I love me a tropical depression. Oh, Warren, thank you. I do appreciate my garden too, and it was great to share it with friends too on the weekend when they came over. We did a little garden tour, and of course, you know, some plants I have given away some stuff, so I've kind of come to the decision that I need to declutter, and that includes some of the plants that don't necessarily give me joy anymore. The blueberries, yeah, they do give me joy, but they have been quite a I gave them away. They have been quite because you have to take care of them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, right? So they were just getting to be a little bit burdensome taking care of them. And that's kind of going too as well for some of the tropicals. Some of the tropicals that have to stay growing and active all winter long. I'm gonna have to start rethinking some of them, or how many of them that I have. So, and that also goes for house cleaning too. So, there's so many rooms in this house. I have some furniture that I barely use, so they'll probably go out to the end of the driveway. Some things go for sale. And speaking of what going for sale, how does one do a yard sale now in this COVID world? Do you get people to do hand sanitizer, face masks? You know, what do you do? Or do you just not? Do you just post the heavy duty items? I think that's what I'm going to do. The heavy duty items I'll post on Kijiji or something, and sell those individually. Like, I have this lovely hand carved kind of farmer's bed frame that needs a little TLC. I bought it from a barn that was being torn down in town. Yes, there were barns still in town. They tore it down. They built condos, of course. Of course, that's how things go. And I totally wanted to use it. It's a beautiful frame. I totally wanted to use it, but I haven't used it, and it's been sitting there forever and a day. So we'll get that going there too. But yeah, what can I say? What can I say? What other things are going on in the world today? Like I said, I forgot to write down some stuff. So work wise, we're going to be doing this physical activity challenge. I have no idea how that's going to work for Tiffany Morgan. Me physically active, not happening, not happening. So I have to download some sort of step app for my iPhone. Ian, maybe you can help me with that. Because I have to measure all my steps and stuff. And then maybe I need to go out and do some stepping. I go out and do a little walk around the block or something. Healthy. Hashtag, healthy. Oh, God. I can't. Why did I agree to this? Damn it. I'm not going to look forward to that. I am not going to look forward to that. Track all my steps. But, oh well. We'll get through it. We'll get through it. Oh, I totally forgot to mention Jazz Morgan Studios. Get your Jazz Morgan Studios products today on jazzmorgan.ca. Lots of great facial creams. Jazz, if you're still listening to this, thank you again for providing the products. I appreciate that. I do love them. I really am loving the eye cream. So I put that on just before bed, and I think I notice a difference. Either that or I'm sleeping better. I don't know. Something about the under eyes. The under eyes depends on the sleep, the sleep levels. And I love the serums. They just my skin just soaks up the serum. So I would suggest you go to jazzmorgan.ca and check out those products because I love Mama. She's my drag mama. I love Mama. Yeah, the eye complex. Yeah, exactly. Oh, I love it. Yeah, it's great stuff. I have to remember though too. Oh, sorry, I hit the microphone again. I have to remember too to use the pinkies or the ring fingers a lot more because I start getting really lazy and using almost the whole hand and stuff like that. But when you're going for the under eyes, you have to be gentle. You have to be gentle with your eyes because you don't want they are you got to be gentle. Gentle with that skin. Be gentle. Yeah, I got that little spoon. I use that little spoon to basically apply a little dab. So this eye complex cream has a little spoon. I use it to just get a little dab for under both eyes. And then I use the pinky or the ring finger to just work it underneath and stuff like that. And then I just finish by going over top or whatever. But sorry, I paused because Jazz just typed something and I'm a little dumbfounded. Use your fuck you finger. It's the softest under your eye. So I thought you're supposed to use the weakest fingers because they're less likely to drag your skin. I've never heard of using your middle finger to do that. That's interesting. To be determined. All right, sweet peas, you post on here what you think. It gives less pressure under the eyes. Okay, well, there we go. You learn something new. Every day. But I'm gonna get going here. I'm fading for some reason. I'm just ooh, fading. So let's where am I? Yeah. So tomorrow, tune in at 6:30 p.m. Eastern for What's the Maple Tea with Tyffanie Morgan and Rowena Way. I hope you can spend some time to watch that, sweet peas. I'm going to be looking forward to that. because I'll be in front of the camera. Who knows? It may just turn into a complete shit show. I don't know. Our predictions for Canada's Drag Race. So we got to figure out some predictions there for that. But, all right, I will wait until tomorrow at 6:30. I hope you're watching Canada's Drag Race. I was going to be watching it on Crave. So it's on Crave, but it's also on BBC Three, which I do have access to a BBC. So I've been watching it on BBC Three afterwards. And they actually posted it right after. I guess the British love Canadians. They want to watch Canadian drag. So, God bless them. All right, sweet peas, I'm going to get going. So you, make sure you stay safe. You stay, isolated as much as you can. I don't know where I'm going with this. I love you, sweet peas. You stay safe now, okay? Mwah.